it's your boy, welcome back to the Madden video. Today's Madden video, we're going to be trying rebuilding the Washington Commanders. Now, this team has the worst name in all of football. I still think the Commanders is a horrible name, but hopefully they rename it soon. But they got a face of the franchise, Jayden Daniels at quarterback, so hopefully it can prove to be something. If you guys want to go ahead and get into the rebuild, I'll go ahead and put a timestamp when it'll start, but I'm going to take a quick second just to give you guys a channel update, kind of. Now, if you guys are an active follower of the channel, you know that there are 3 people on the channel, me, Avi, and Jay. And Avi and Jay have been posting within the past year, not really as much because a lot has been going on, such as moving, work, school. So they haven't really had a chance to post a lot, and I haven't posted myself in a year because really, school, work, and just life, to be honest. I've been busy, but even on the free time I do have, I didn't have the motivation. I didn't want to post, so kind of really haven't been posting. But all right, we are back, and we're trying to pump out as much content we can give you guys. I'm back. I plan on making some more videos. I plan on making a lot more videos, actually. It's been a year, 365 days since I started making videos, but there we go. Here we go. I already looked over the offense. You guys saw the offense right there, Jayden Daniels. We're going to try to build around him. He's going to be our franchise guy. And the cornerbacks kind of look a little rough. The defense isn't looking great. We got Bobby Wagner, but he's a little bit of aging. First move I'm going to make is sign Steven Nelson. He's a little older, but we need cornerbacks. I don't really think you can win many football games in Madden if your number 1 cornerback is a 79 overall. And then right here, we need a little bit of O-line help, so we're going to get left tackle DJ Humphries off free agency. So right there is first two moves I made. All right, in the first season, this is how the mid-season of the first season looks. We are 3-4, just a little bit under 500%. All right, I wasn't really expecting too much in year 1, so won't be too much of a letdown. Jayden Daniels, to start, he is 14 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 1,575 passing yards. So that's pretty good for Jayden Daniels. 2-to-1 ratio for the touchdowns and interceptions. Austin Eckler, 480 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jahan Dotson is leading the team in receiving yards with 479 yards with 4 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin with 402 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zach Ertz, 293 yards with 2 touchdowns. Jamison Crowder's in there as well. The end of the first season, and we are 4-13, and we were 3-4 at one point. That means we lost a lot of games in a row, and you can see right there, week 18 says we won against the Cowboys, so we lost a lot of games in a row. Jayden Daniels, though, his rookie season, 31 passing touchdowns, 20 interceptions. Interceptions a little high. We're going to need to lower those a little bit, but the passing yards is good, and the touchdowns aren't bad at all by any means. Austin Eckler, kind of a rocky season, 948 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Jayden Daniels running a little bit, 317 yards with a rushing touchdown. 10 rushing touchdowns for Brian Robinson. He was stealing all the rushing touchdowns there. Jahan Dotson, he's getting 951 yards, 5 receiving touchdowns. Terry McLaurin, 8 receiving touchdowns and 919 yards. Jamison Crowder with 791 yards and 8 receiving touchdowns. Zach Ertz with 3 receiving touchdowns as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the blocking. I'm just curious, the first year, how it did. Who gave it the most sacks? Brandon Coleman gave some. DJ Humphries gave 0, but I don't know if they put him in as a starter or not. Because giving up 0 is pretty crazy. Jermaine Davis was the leader in tackles. Bobby Wagner a second. Tackles for loss, Dorrance Armstrong, Frank Louvi, Darren Payne, Jonathan Allen. Dorrance Armstrong has 4.5 sacks. Our leader in sacks was only 4.5. Now that might be an issue. We might need to work on that defensive line a little bit. Leader interceptions, Bobby Wagner with 3. Jermaine Davis had 2. Jeremy Chin. I think Jeremy Chin's very underrated, but we also need some free agent signings. And Jeremy Chin's a strong safety, so we went off and got a free safety. We got Justin Simmons. That is a big signing right there. I'm excited for that. That's a 91 overall we just got at safety. Mike Hilton, he's a little younger, and he's He's not the fastest, but he'll do. Kendrick Bourne, I mean, I figured we just get a little bit of depth at receiver. So we got Justin Simmons, Mike Hilton. That's all we got. And then for the draft, first year drafting, we took. Oh, by the way, guys, for the draft, it's the imported class for next year. But then after that, it's going to be for Madden share because no one can predict like 2 or 3 years. I mean, that's going to just be as unpredictable as the Madden share. And I don't really watch a whole lot of college ball. But we took Luthen Burden, the third out of Missouri, with the 3rd overall pick. So we got another receiver. We got Lindenberg at right tackle trying to beef up that O-line. We got a left outside linebacker, Lorenzo Styles Jr., the cornerback, and we got Keyshawn Silver and Savion Byrd. So hopefully we try to do something. And we're going to do a trade right here. We're getting rid of Austin Eckler. He didn't really do too hot. Mike Hilton. And a couple picks for Cole Kmet and Tevin Jenkins. I mean, this is a good trade in my opinion. This is actually a really great trade because Cole Kmet, he's young and he's already proven something. And right now we're getting a day 1 left guard, and then also we're gonna go ahead, since we got rid of Austin Eckler, we're gonna need a solid backup. So we got Alexander Madison. Kendrick Bourne, your time as a Washington Commander was very short because we just signed you. So you were a Washington Commander for like 10 days, but yes, we're gonna trade you for Alexander Madison, and I think that'll work out well. I know it doesn't really look like it. Looks a little wonky, like trading a 79 overall and a 71 overall and a 5th round pick for a 77 overall, but it should work out just fine. It's more about the position in need, because if we took Burden, the receiver, I guess we really don't need Kendrick Bourne. So right there, Terry McLaurin's still going to be wide receiver 1. Burden is going to work his way in as wide receiver 2. He's an 81 overall, just out of the draft. Cole Kmet, they didn't have him starting at tight end 1, so we're going to go ahead and put him up there. Jahan Dotson will be the wide receiver 3 then. The O-line's looking new and polished. Hopefully to get a little better. Not too much changes on the defensive side of the ball. Justin Simmons, obviously, but they don't have him in yet, or I don't see him loaded in. Oh, he's right there at free safety. Okay, I'll make sure he gets in before we start simming. But there you go, Bobby Wagner. He's getting a little old. I'm kind of worried about Bobby Wagner. I really am. In real life, the Washington Commanders, I don't think they'll do too great this year because their team's just kind of old. Anyway, it's at the midseason point. We're at 2-5. Jayden Daniels has 12 passing touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Brian Robinson 489 yards with 4 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin 405 yards with 4 touchdowns. Luthen Burden, his rookie year, no receiving touchdowns yet in his first 7 games. That's a little concerning, but 357 yards. All right, and we finished 8-9, so we weren't able to make playoffs or get a winning record, but 8-9, it's an improvement. So let's go ahead and look at the statistics for this year. Jayden Daniels having a pretty great year. That's a really good year. He got those interceptions lower, 4,191 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Brian Robinson with 935 rushing touchdowns, or 935 rushing yards. Terry McLaurin, 1,204 receiving yards. He had 9 touchdowns. Luthen Burden, 7 touchdowns and 899. Zacchaeus had 12 touchdowns. Kmet had 5 touchdowns. Let's go see the defensive side of the ball. Bobby Wagner had himself 140 tackles. I mean, I keep calling him an old man, but that old man keeps getting tackles. Leader in tackles for loss, Jonathan Allen. Leaders in sacks with 10.5, Jonathan Allen. Benjamin St. Just, I don't know how to pronounce that. Benjamin St. Justi, I think. 3 interceptions led the way. All right, this is who we drafted. We got 2 left tackles to start. I know you're thinking, wow, you're an idiot. You don't know how to do rebuilds. Hear me out. We're going to change up the positions. I know it's groundbreaking. But yeah, we're going to change one of the positions to right tackle or whatever fits them best, because that's where in the draft is so weird. It's like if you don't take anyone in the top 3 that you have scouted the most, they just become straight dog ass. So other than the 2 left tackles that we got a strong safety, a running back, another corner, and we got a tight end. So we're going to do this trade right here. We got rid of a left tackle. That's a backup. Bobby Wagner, that's aging. I know he just got the team leader in tackles, but he really is aging, and his overall keeps going lower and lower, so we won't anymore. And we got DJ Reed and David Long Jr. I know those aren't massive names, but we got someone respectable at quarterback now. And then we got a linebacker to replace Bobby Wagner. So right here, I just want to, since the roster is a little shaken up, I want to show you guys how it's going to be put. Paul Craig's going to be at left tackle. We just drafted him. Left guard is going to be Brandon Coleman. Our center is still remaining the same as the start of this rebuild, so no change there. Right guard, we still have Sam Cosme. And then at right tackle, we got Marcus Covington. And then I just want to show you guys a middle linebacker. We're going to put David Long Jr. right there for middle linebacker. And then right outside linebacker, Jermaine Davis, obviously. And then our cornerback one's going to be DJ Reed. Cornerback two, Emmanuel Forbes Jr., John Thompson, Lorenzo Styles. And then, of course, we got Justin Simmons right there. And then Percy Butler as a backup, strong safety, Jeremy Chin. All right, and now in the mid-season of the year, we are 5-2. That is definitely an improvement for us. Jayden Daniels having an amazing start to the year. 12 passing touchdowns, only one interception, 1,542 passing yards. Brian Robinson, 616 yards with 4 rushing touchdowns. Alexander Madison, 2 touchdowns, 105 yards. Luther Burden, okay, still no touchdowns. I don't know why. The beginning of the year, he struggles to get some touchdowns, but 392 yards. Luke McCaffrey, I have no clue where that dude came from. I don't even know how he ended up on the team, but he has 5 touchdowns. We still ended up missing the playoffs, so all right, we got our first winning record, guys, but we have not made the playoffs. Let's see who made it ahead of us. Oh, the Green Bay Packers were the 7th seed. So the Green Bay Packers snuck into the playoffs right before us. So Jayden Daniels, oh my God, that is a disgusting year. 34 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That is an Aaron Rodgers touchdown to interception type ratio. Brian Robinson, he got 6 rushing touchdowns. Luther Burden Jr., 1,100 yards, 4 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin, 929 yards, 9 touchdowns. Luke McCaffrey with 12 touchdowns for Luke McCaffrey. I don't even know who that dude is. I don't know how he got on the team. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know where he came from. I don't remember how he's on the team, guys. I don't know if he came on the team or not, because I really just don't remember. All right, well, these are some of the players we are going to be losing that I just cannot re-sign. I tried reasoning with them. They either have no interest level or they're asking for way too much. Most of them, as you can see, have no interest. And then if they do, they're not really a big name anyway. Clinton Farrell, that will be kind of a loss right there, right end, but we'll be able to replace him. All right, guys, and we got our first major signing. Justin Simmons was big, but we got Saquon Barkley as our running back, and 94 overall. He's still only 29. He's not even 30 yet. We got Martin Emerson Jr., one of the most underrated cornerbacks. We got Brandon Aubrey, and we got Cole Holcomb, and we got Ryan Kelly as our center. That was our best free agency by far. These are the guys we drafted. Darren Criss, right outside linebacker. Karen Wilson, 73 overall in the second round. That's a pretty good snag right there, left end. Brandon Graves, 4th round. We don't really need a receiver, to be honest, but I don't know. He was just best available. And then I got another left end right there, just in case. We can move him to right end since we lost Clinton Farrell. And since the roster changed up a little bit, I just want to show you guys Saquon Barkley going to be RB1. We can go over the roster just for a quick second to see how it looks now. Terry McLaurin, still the wide receiver 1. Luther Burden is 2. Luke McCaffrey is 4. But Luke McCaffrey is going crazy, apparently. Cole Kmet, we still got him. It's been a very solid tight end for us. Paul Craig, still the left tackle. To be honest, didn't really jump much overall after his first year, but we'll stick him there. Brandon Daniels still there. Ryan Kelly, the new addition to our offensive line. Sam Cosme still there. Marcus Covington is still our right tackle. Left end, we're going to have Karen Wilson. as left end. Right end is going to be Darren Crisp instead of right outside linebacker, since we signed middle linebacker to play right outside linebacker, and we need right end. I just put him there. I figured he'd be okay. I feel like it wouldn't adjust his overall too much. Defensive tackle is still the same. We got Jayden Walker as well. David Long Jr., middle linebacker, and then our right outside linebacker is going to be Cole Holcomb, so that's why I didn't put Darren Crisp there. And then Martin Emerson Jr., DJ Reed, Emmanuel Forbes. So we actually have some good corners now. We got 384 plus corners, so that should be good. We still have Justin Simmons as well. All right, and we are 5-2 in the mid-season point. We are second in the division, and we're just coming off a win against the Arizona Cardinals. All right, Jayden Daniels, 14 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 1,570 yards passing. Saquon Barkley, 525 yards, only 2 rushing touchdowns right now. Jayden Daniels using his legs a little bit, 182 yards, 1 touchdown. Chris Rodriguez Jr., he is stealing all the touchdowns. He has 7 touchdowns already. Terry McLaurin, he has 3 receiving touchdowns with 394 yards. Luke McCaffrey just keeps on deciding to be a dog with 370 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. Cole Kmet, 2 touchdowns. Luther Burden, a little bit of a slow start. I think Luther Burden always has a slow start. Hey, this is our first playoff appearance right here. Okay, we finished the year 11-6, and we are going against the division rival Dallas Cowboys. Let's go ahead and sim and see how we do. And we lost. We are first round exits. All right. So that's definitely tough, but we'll get back. We will definitely be back in the playoffs. We are definitely building a good team. I mean, we got people like Saquon, Jayden Daniels, just going to keep being a stud. Speaking of Jayden Daniels, on the year, he had 36 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. That is a nasty ratio. Saquon Barkley, 1,140 yards, only 3 rushing touchdowns. Chris Rodriguez is becoming a hog with the rushing touchdowns. He needs to share some. 13. Good Lord. Terry McLaurin, he had 7 touchdowns. Luke McCaffrey, 7 touchdowns. Oh my, we have 4 different people with 7 touchdowns. So the ball got spread equally there. Saquon Barkley, he got 2 receiving touchdowns. Let's go and check the defensive side of the ball. David Long Jr. was the leader in tackles. Quinn Martin, second. Kind of shocked Quinn Martin was up there. Percy Butler, I'm shocked he's up there as well. Jonathan Allen, 18 tackles for a loss. That's a good year. It's a really good year. So he was really good at stopping the run. Darren Payne, sacks. Darren Payne had 7. Karen Wilson, the rookie, had 6.5. Darren Crisp, the rookie, had 3. I mean, he could have had a little bit more, but beggars can't be choosers. It's his first year there, plus it's not his real position. Interceptions, Martin Emerson Jr. and Justin Simmons led the way. Right here, we're just trying to make some cap room. Lindenberg, he's not a starter for us anymore. Compton was never a starter for us, and that's our second string kicker. I don't know why we had 2 kickers. Again, trying to free up some salary cap because Saquon Barkley and Justin Simmons were not cheap. So we didn't have a whole lot of money to spend, but I was able to get Brian O'Neill. We do need to beef up that offensive line right now. I mean, we've added a couple pieces here and there, but there's still a couple like 70s on there that definitely don't help. It's like 72 overalls and stuff. So Brian O'Neill, we needed a punter. We lost our punter, and Kyle Duggar is going to be our strong safety along with Justin Simmons. All right, and we drafted Waller, a left guard. We drafted a cornerback, Van Buren, wide receiver Freeman, and another free safety. So about this draft class, I'm really just the first round pick is the only one that's going to make a difference for us, to be honest. Van Buren actually might get some playing time at corner. All right, at the end of the midseason, we are 6-1. All right, check the stats. Oh my God, 16 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 1,827 yards. He's definitely on track to win MVP right now. Rushing, Saquon Barkley had 558 yards with 4 touchdowns. Chris Rodriguez, 167 yards, 4 touchdowns. Luke McCaffrey is leading the team in receiving yards with 427. Luke McCaffrey also has 4 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin has 7 touchdowns with 412 yards. Cole Kmet, 381 yards with 4 touchdowns. Luther Burden, 280 yards, 0 touchdowns. He doesn't like getting touchdowns in the first half of the year. I don't know what else to say. Saquon has a receiving touchdown as well. End of the season, this is our second playoff appearance. We're going against the Carolina Panthers. We made the playoffs, and we got the first round bye as well. So this is very exciting. Definitely by far the best record season we've had. We're 13-4. It's a playoff, so it's going to be a live sim. So let's go ahead and sim and see how we do against the Carolina Panthers. Oh my God. If we were going to win or make a deep playoff run, it would have been this year. I'm not even joking. I don't know where to go from here, to be honest. This is going to be rough after this year. Let's go and check the stats, though. 788 yards for Jayden Daniels. Saquon Barkley, 11 rushing yards, 1,183 yards. Terry McLaurin, 1,077 yards. 17 receiving touchdowns. 17. That is crazy for Terry McLaurin. Oh my. Luke McCaffrey, 8 touchdowns. Burden had 3. Leader in tackles, David Long Jr. Tackles for loss, De'Aaron Payne's up there. Hernandez is up there. QB sacks, it's De'Aaron Payne, Curran Wilson, Darren Crisp. Interceptions, Emmanuel Forbes, DJ Reed, Justin Simmons, Martin Emerson. Everybody got a little bit of interception. John Thompson. All right, these are going to be some of the players we're losing. We're losing some players, but we do not have a lot of room. As you see, we only have 12 million, and we got many holes to fill. Not many holes to fill, but we're losing a little bit of role players. I won't say big players. I mean, Jonathan Allen's the big player right there, but with the little money we had in free agency, we went out and got Christian Wilkins. He is old. I will say he is old, but he was just a little bit more cheaper. Christian Wilkins says he's not going to be greedy. He's going to play for just a little bit amount of money. All right, this is the draft where we had a lot of picks because in the 6th and 7th round of the previous drafts, I've just been trading back to get more picks, and it all added up here. Right outside linebacker, Caleb June. In the first round, Hughes in the second, Parker. We got Dave Scott. Yeah, we just got so many prospects, but really no one really matters besides the first 3. If I were being honest, that's just how Madden works. So we come Barkley starting to regress a little bit, only at an 88 overall. Luther Burden at a 90. Terry McLaurin at an 87. Luke McCaffrey only at 76, even though the dude consistently keeps putting up amazing stats. Cole Kmet still an 87. Paul Craig is still the left tackle. I just want to go ahead and check this out. Waller, left guard. The center is horrible. This is the center we just drafted, so I'm a little bit worried about the center. There's Brian O'Neill right there, Dante Cole, Curran Wilson, Darren Crisp, De'Aaron Payne, and then we'll go ahead. We need to put Christian Wilkins up because we lost Jonathan Allen, sadly. Did not want to lose Jonathan Allen, especially with the Commanders running a 4-3. It's very important to have a good defensive tackle. There's Caleb June right there. Martin Emerson. We still got him at corner. We still got Forbes. We got Desmond Sweet right there. Midway through the season, we are 2-5. We're having a really bad year. Oh my God. I think it has a lot to do with that center we got. I'm going to go ahead and get a center right now. I'm not even looking at the midseason stats. This is my last year doing this, by the way, because this is my 6th year. This is around my 6th year, and we made a couple playoff appearances. If we don't win it now, we're really not going to win it ever. So I don't even care. Best available center. We need to go ahead and get him because, oh my God, that center was ass. All right, end of the season here. Oh my, we are 7-10. 7-10. We missed playoffs on our final year. Yikes, that is rough. That is definitely rough. We had a really good team. We just weren't able to get it done. To be honest, we're just playoff chokers. Every time we made playoffs, we choked it. We really did. Jayden Daniels had a really good career so far. 36 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Saquon Barkley had 1,111 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jayden Daniels, 3 rushing touchdowns. Chris Rodriguez with 14 rushing touchdowns. Burden, he had 15 receiving touchdowns with 1,100 yards. Terry McLaurin, 1,098 yards with 5 touchdowns. McCaffrey with 10 touchdowns. McCaffrey's always going to be solid, man. Let's go ahead and look at the defensive side of the ball. Tackles for loss, De'Aaron Payne, Carter Wilson, Christian Wilkins. There he is. There's Christian Wilkins, the new signing. De'Aaron Payne, Curran Boost, Stephen Boost, Jalen Walker, Darren Crisp, Cole Holcomb, Desmond Sweet. But yeah, that's it. That's really it for the rebuild. I unfortunately weren't able to get there. If you guys were interested in who won the Super Bowl, it was the Chiefs that year. And throughout the whole sim, I'll let you guys see the Bears won it in 2027 apparently. 2026, the Cowboys won it. 2025, the Ravens. The Ravens again in 2024. They went back to back. And then 2023 was the Chiefs against the Packers. And then 2022, they added it. Oh, okay. So, again, I'm a little bit new to Madden because I haven't really played it in a while. Like I said in the intro, guys, I haven't played Xbox really in a long time. So, yeah, I don't know too much about this Madden, but that's why I'm able to still do fun content with, like, the franchise game mode. If you guys want to see more of it, please like and subscribe. Like I said more in the beginning of the video, been a while since we played, been a while since we made videos, but we're going to try to make as many videos as we can for you guys that you guys have waited so long. All right, make sure to subscribe.